For the first time ever, as far as I can recall, we have a model of this species. And no, I don't mean of Stegosaurus. I mean of ungulatus. Hello, welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we review and discuss all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How are you guys doing? Let's get right into it. You see the packaging before you. Another offering by Haolonggood. Something's different though. You actually see three variations of the same model. This is Stegosaurus. It's not just Stegosaurus. We usually get Stegosaurus stenops as models and figures. I can't recall ever getting this species, and it is ungulatus, the largest of the Stegosaurs. I find it amazing too, since I was a kid, Stegosaurus has been, they used to really oversize dinosaurs back in the day. Tyrannosaurus Rex, they used to say it was up to 50 feet long. That is nowhere near true. Same thing with Triceratops. They would say that it's about 30 feet long, and that's off by about 3 or 4 feet. And the same thing went with Ankylosaurus and also Stegosaurus. Both were purported back in the day to be about 30 feet long, and they're not. What I'm getting at is this. Stegosaurus used to be always stated to be about 30 feet long. And every time they would show an example of a Stegosaurus, it would be Stenops. Stenops is the most well-known, I dare say popular, of all the Stegosaurs. And it was always the one that would be displayed, portrayed, and the captions would, basically have it that it was nearly 30 feet long, and it wasn't even the largest stegosaur. So I found that amazing. What's great about this is that ungulatus, which is purported to be the largest stegosaurus, we got him pretty nice size. We'll see exactly how large it looks. It was said to be about 25 feet long. So there you have it, the largest Stegosaurus, and it's 5 feet less than what they used to always say. So yeah, ungulatus was about 25 feet long. They lived about 155 to 145 million years ago in the late Jurassic. I believe that's what we have going on there. Morrison Formation, of course, so it lived beside some well-known species, Apatosaurus, Diplodocus, Camarasaurus, and of course, Allosaurus. You know that. Allosaurus, Stegosaurus confrontations that was the signature confrontation of the Jurassic, just like Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex was of the Cretaceous. So we do have that going on for us. Right there, we've got some other species that Haolonggood is known for. You take note, they're all herbivores up here, and Haolonggood is really good with herbivores. You've got the logo right there, and then on the other side, we've got the three different variations, 3 different colors. I will say this, the Haolonggood lately has their images on their packaging have been oversaturated a lot of times, and this is definitely one of those times. All of these colorations for the 3 different versions are a lot bolder, more vibrant than what they really are. But we'll see what mine looks like momentarily. So here we have it. As you can see, like I stated before, the real coloration, I've got the green one. Let's get that out the way first. And you see it's nowhere near as vibrant as what was on the packaging. They seem to be oversaturating their photos, their photography for their packaging. So we're not getting on the inside what we're seeing on the outside. But that doesn't mean what we're getting on the inside is bad at all. This looks great. I opted for the green one. You guys know me. I'm usually going to opt for the version that has a more natural look. I do like some of the other paint schemes with their models, but a lot of times they just don't look natural. I am a fervent believer in larger animals especially are not going to be colorful. They just aren't. All you have to do is look at our large species today. Hippos, rhinos, elephants, you know, they just aren't. And I believe that wholeheartedly for back in the day. Large animals, they may have been more colorful when they were younger, but as they got older and grew larger, their coloration dulled out. I fervently believe that. Anyway, enough about my theories. Here we have Stegosaurus ungulatus, and this is, like I said, supposed to be the largest Stegosaurus. This model comes in at about 8.6 inches. When you do your calculations at the 135 scale, that puts this right at 25 feet. So, yeah. I love when my models are in scale. So this it should look very well with an Allosaurus. Which Allosaurus? We'll see that when we get to the comparisons portion of this video. Okay, we've stopped the rotating base and we've got our Stegosaurus static now. First thing, I'm loving the nice lively pose. You see it's definitely on the move. One thing when we're talking about different species of of the same different gen of the same species, in this case the difference between Stenops and Ungulatus, it would be the hind limbs here. The hind limbs on Ungulatus were a lot longer than the hind limbs on Stenops, so that caused the back just above the hips to sit higher, and so you have more of a slope going down. Everyone knows the deal with Stegosaurus. Their brain to body ratio wasn't the greatest, so these guys were not very, you know what I'm saying, they weren't very bright. Yeah, I'm not going to get off into that too much, but we've got the nice hairdo, the heads on there. What I mean by the hairdo is that we've got some nice dry brushing up there. You see what the main color is, and there's some dry brushing right there at the top there. Despite how small that head is, we still get that. Looking in closely, I've got to get in mad close because of how small the head is, but I do believe that Haolonggood is keeping consistent with their blue eyes, black pupil action going on. We've got, it's like some browns going on there, and then it melts and blends, and we got that green, which is the primary color, which is why I got this particular model. We've got striping going down. It looks like it's along the rib cages there, and yeah, pretty nice. As far as the plates, we've got 3 different shades of brown on the plates. The dark, kind of like dark chocolate brown. Then we've got the rust color right there, and then it gets beige. You know what I'm saying? Up there, up top, and it stays consistent with all of the plates, but only with the coloration. How it's displayed are different, so you gotta love that. We've got scalation there, osteoderms. That's just very nice. The feet, you see as we go down, that green, and then when we get to the rear of the legs, we got that beige tan, and then the feet, it gets darker, and our hooves painted dark brown. You've got nice wrinkles of the skin going on there. When I turn to the other side real quick, that right leg you see pushing off, See how powerful that is. Very nice. Looking at the tail, going down, nice long tail. And we've got the stripes going down the tail. We've got the thagomizers all splayed out the way they're supposed to be. The Stegosaurus mount in the American Museum of Natural History in New York City, believe it or not, they have not corrected their thagomizers yet. They still have the spikes, all four, pointing up. They're all pointing up like this, all four of them. And the wild thing is they have an illustration right next to the skeleton of the Stegosaurus presented the correct way. So I just don't get it. But that's what it is. So what more can I say? I already said that this model is a little more than 8.5 inches long. So it does represent a 25-foot long animal. Put that there to get it. It's looking very nice. Let's check out some comparisons. The first comparison I'd like to do is with Stenops. You see, and this is from PNSO, this is from the museum line, and this was basically in scale, and you can see the size differences. I wanted to point out, turn this way, those the hind limbs, like I was trying to say before. Notice how lengthy ungulatus's hind limbs are compared to Stenops. And the other difference are the plates too. So yeah, these plates are more or less accurate to the Stenops. Ungulatus plates were longer and more pointy than Stenops. So yeah, I think that's a very, very nice comparison, and I think they both work well together in terms of their scale. Next up, we have the Apatosaurus, also from Haolonggood, 135 scale. So this is what they would look like roaming together, and they did roam together. Also from Haolonggood, we have their Allosaurus, which was definitely undersized. So it has to go down as a sub-adult. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. PNSO's Allosaurus, on the other hand, is just right. And this looks very similar to the two mounts of these species that I've seen in the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles. Now, I can't recall. I want to say that one, I'll have to look it up. I don't know if that's a Stenops or I believe it is, going by the size of the Allosaurus that's next to it. I believe it's an ungulatus, but I'd have to check that out. But these two look great together. This is the matchup, not the Haolonggood version against this model. And bringing up the rear, a 135 scale human. Yes, indeed. Now you see how large this species was compared to a human. And looking at this, the scene from the second Jurassic Park doesn't seem that far-fetched anymore, even though it was far-fetched because, believe it or not, those stegosaurs were 40 feet long. And for my closing shot, I've got them all together. We'll call them the big three, even though there's four there because two of them are Allosaurus. The big three of the Morrison Formation. You've got Apatosaurus, Allosaurus, and of course Stegosaurus, ungulatus in this case. Very, very nice. Wish I had a couple other species like Camptosaurus. I do have Diplodocus, but I figured that'd be too much to put in this scene since that's even longer than Apatosaurus. So this will do quite nicely. Speaking of nice, this figure is very nice. I'm loving the size. It's in scale. I love my green color. I love the coloration for the model in general. Once again, talking about that scale, this, as you can see right here on this final shot here, it goes quite well with the PNSO Allosaurus. This is how it's got to be displayed for sure. If you want to display the Haolonggood Allosaurus, you can do that too. But for me, that's more akin to an overzealous juvenile or subadult going after a full-grown ungulatus. And between its bulk and those Thagomizer spikes, I don't think the youngin stands any kind of chance. Anyway, let me know what you guys think below in the comment section, and you know what else to do when it comes to subscribing, sharing, and all that good stuff, and hitting bells to be notified. So yeah, please do that, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.